Moses was living a quiet life, far from Egypt, far from the pain of his past. One ordinary day, he was tending sheep in the wilderness when something caught his eye. A bush on fire. But it wasn't burning up. The flames danced, yet the branches remained. Curious, Moses stepped closer. And then, a voice called his name. Moses, Moses. He froze. Here I am, he answered. The voice spoke again. Do not come closer. Take off your sandals, for the place you stand is holy ground. It was God. God told Moses he had seen the suffering of his people in Egypt. He had heard their cries, and now he was sending Moses to lead them to freedom. But Moses shook his head. Who am I to do this? What if they don't believe me? I'm not a good speaker. I can't. And God replied with steady patience, I will be with you. He showed Moses signs of his power. And still, when Moses hesitated, God reminded him. It wasn't about Moses' strength, it was about God's presence. In that moment, Moses learned something timeless. When God calls, he equips. The burning bush wasn't about fire that never burned out. It was about a God who never gives up on his people, even when we doubt ourselves. Moses stood there, his feet bare on the holy ground, feeling the weight of this divine encounter. The wilderness around him seemed to fade away as he focused on the miraculous sight before him and the incredible task God was entrusting to him. He thought about the Israelites, his people, suffering under the harsh rule of Pharaoh. Their cries echoed in his mind, and he realized that God had chosen him to be their deliverer. It was a daunting responsibility, one that made Moses tremble with both fear and awe. As the conversation with God continued, Moses felt a gradual shift within himself. His initial reluctance began to give way to a sense of purpose. The doubts that had plagued him, his past mistakes, his perceived inadequacies, started to diminish in the light of God's unwavering promise to be with him. The burning bush became a symbol of God's enduring presence and power. Just as the fire consumed the bush without destroying it, God would sustain Moses and the Israelites through the challenges ahead. It was a vivid reminder that with God, the impossible becomes possible. As Moses finally accepted his calling, he realized that this moment would change not only his life, but the course of history for his people. He left that holy place transformed, carrying with him the assurance of God's guidance and the courage to face whatever lay ahead. The story of Moses and the burning bush reminds us that sometimes God calls us when we feel the least ready, but his strength shines brightest through our weakness. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our posts, and don't forget to share with your loved ones.